Hello.
Hi,
How are you doing, Wendy?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, just getting to grips with Google Hangouts.
I know technology is fun.
Yeah.
So much. Well, I'm Crystal Stutz, and we're just going to spend a few minutes getting to know Wendy and learning a little bit more about why you started Linguistpd. So that way, more people can see the reason behind uh, all the all the information. So. You're the founder and the managing director of Linguistpd. Um, how did you get into uh, the interpreting world? What's your connection?
Well, I started working as a communication support worker, so an educational interpreter, as yet unqualified, back in '99. So, my goodness, 17 years ago. I kind of fell into it really. It came out of an interest in sign language through a deaf friend. And then a colleague who was working as a CSW and said that the college really needed interpreters or people to train. So I jumped in there and never looked back really. So I qualified as an interpreter in 2005, having completed my training. And I also qualified as an electronic note taker as well a couple of years ago, 2012.
It means you can type really fast then.
Yeah, well, I had was in the fortunate position of having gone to secretarial college, so I had to learn how to touch type with the screens turned off. We weren't allowed
Oh,
to look at the screens, so yeah, I had an advantage there.
that's always helpful.
Definitely.
So, what made you set up Linguistpd?
Well, I wanted a different kind of offering for CPD. As an interpreter who was last year qualified 10 years, I was looking around at the different courses that we had on offer in the industry, and whilst they were all really good, there's a very limited number, and they all came out every year. So I knew you get to a point where you just completed all of the courses, and I wanted to offer something that was convenient that people could access in their own homes, and that would be leave a variety of subjects that were as yet uncovered, would give people a chance to train in those.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, it does help to have more variety. You can have more interest when watching. What's been the best thing about it so far?
It's definitely been the positive feedback because, like anything new, it's not something I've done before, obviously, or anything like it at all. I was a bit nervous as to what the response would be, but the feedback has been so good, as you can see from lots of the comments on our website, and we can't put them all on there. It's so lovely when an email drops into your inbox and people say, "Oh, keep up the good work," or "We're really enjoying it. So and so was excellent." And it's really good to know. And also, when I can see on certain forums other people recommending Linguistpd, I'm like, oh, that's really nice. It shows that it's working.
Yeah, yeah. The recommendation is the best compliment probably ever. Well, what do you think is the worst part so far?
It's definitely hearing my voice on the recordings and seeing myself. You know, that telephone voice you get where you just think, oh, that's not me. That's really not me. Is 10 times worse when you have to listen to yourself chatting on for quite a while, best part of a couple of hours. And when you can see yourself as well, that's pretty, ugh, yeah, it's not my favorite thing to review a recording of a webinar, I have to say.
Yeah, I can understand that. So, what are three random facts about you that people might be interested to know?
Okay. Years ago, before I even knew anything about sign language, I wanted to be an occupational therapist working with the elderly. And then I wanted to be a French interpreter of all things. I loved French. I wanted to take people around historical sites in France. I do a bit of tour guiding. Little did I know that I would give up the French in favour of the sign language. So my French is very rusty now. It's just limited to holiday French. But yeah, I can at least, yeah, I can interpret in sign language. So, you know, I can't complain.
That's excellent. Anything else?
Oh yeah, 3 facts. That was one. I'm a qualified Fit Steps dance instructor. So your version of Dancing with the Stars is Strictly Come Dancing here.
Okay.
And it was set up, a company that was set up by 2 of their professionals. Ian Waite was one of them. And yeah, Natalie Lowe was the other, along with Mark, a professional swimmer. And yeah, I did my training with Ian Waite and taught a little bit of, it's like a dance fitness exercise group. My joints didn't really favour that, so I've had to give up on that one, but it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
And the last random fact is that I've travelled to a very small Polynesian island called Niue. The sign is Niue, meaning rock, because it's all rocky. It's one big rock, basically volcanic rock. It's the other side of the international date line to New Zealand. It's about a 3-hour flight. And there's only 1,200 people on the island, one deaf sign language user.
Wow.
And she's a friend of mine. So I went over to see her, 1 flight a week. So I had to stay for a week and swam with sea snakes and learn how to hook down coconuts. And yeah, experienced being one of the few visitors living island life for a week, which was fabulous. Loved it.
That sounds amazing. Wow. So what's been your most memorable interpreting job over all these years?
I would have to say there've been a lot, to be honest, but I spent a really lovely week with a centre called the Orpheus Centre. And they are a centre set up by a man called Richard Stilgoe, who co-wrote things like Cats and Starlight Express with Andrew Lloyd Webber. He's set up a centre for people with disabilities to give them confidence through performing arts. So I got to interpret their show called Orpheus the Mythical one night each night for the whole week. And that was pretty amazing to be able to go in on rehearsals and to be a part of it. And by the time you got to the end of the week, obviously you weren't worried about lines or anything. You just had fun and relaxed. And we had a different celebrity introducing every night. And we also got to meet Prince Edward. And actually, this should have been one of my random facts, but we met him afterwards, and he said, "Young lady, you taught me the sign for flatulence." So that's my claim to fame. I taught Prince how to sign fart. It's very uncouth, don't you know? But never mind.
But memorable.
Definitely. I had a fun week. It was good.
That sounds like it. Well, it's great. It's great to get to know you and get to know more about your reasons for setting up Linguistpd. So I'm sure everyone will, who hasn't already met you, will enjoy putting a face with the name as well.
Thanks, Crystal. Thanks for being very nice at interviewer, treating me gently.
No problem.
Okay. Bye for now.
Bye.